If you are still playing GTA 5 in 2026, then these are some of the most important essential mods you need to make your game look realistic, modern, and cinematic. As you guys can see from the game playing on screen, that doesn't look like the original GTA 5 anymore. Today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I built my GTA 5 especially, legacy, specifically graphic setup, what mods I'm using, and most importantly, how I combine them together without completely destroying the game. For this setup, QuantV is going to be our main graphic mod. We are going to be combining QuantV with Natural Vision Evolved, a chromatic, 5-volt traffic, environmental, vegetation mode, realistic trees, improved light roads, lighting environment, and additional world enhancement. But there's something very important you need to understand before we start. We are not going to be installing every single feature from every mod. If you install the complete version of QuantV, the complete version of NVE, and the complete version of Chromatic on top of each other, you're going to have multiple mods trying to change the same weather, lighting, time cycle, visual settings, clouding, and other graphical files. That is not what we are going to be doing. QuantV is the foundation of this build. So wherever there's conflict between this major visual mode, we are going to prioritize QuantV. We are going to use NVE and chromatic selective for specific features that improve our setup without replacing the part of QuantV that we want to keep. Then we are going to build the environment around it. We are going to be adding better trees, better vegetation, dense forest, more realistic road, improve environmental detail, more realistic traffic, better lighting, and finally we are going to finish everything with our reshade preset to give the game that cinematic look. The goal isn't to make GTA extremely colorful or over saturated. I want to make the game look realistic during daytime, cinematic during sunset, beautiful during sunrise, and especially improvement at night. And we are going to be trying to keep the game stable because there's no point having the best looking GT on YouTube if the game crashes every 5 minutes. So I'll be showing you the installation order, what option I'm selecting, what files I'm avoiding, and I'll also give you some tip for preventing conflict between these mods. The mods we'll be combining for this build is going to be QuantV, is going to be our main mod. NVE, we're going to be select some files. We're going to be selected files from chromatics, 5-volt traffics to give LA style traffic, GTA 5 remaster, additional world and environmental detail, forest of San Andreas, denser forests and trees. We're going to use GTA palms to improve palm trees. We're going to use LA roads to improve road texture. We're going to be adding the most essential one, which is LWE, additional world and environmental enhancement. We're going to add city light to improve it, high resolution environment textures, and finally we're going to add our reshade and everything together. So I'll show you which ones I install first and which one I install last. And remember, installation order really matters in this. And when we are combining this mini GTA 5 mods, the last mod you need to install, you install can override files from the mods you installed earlier. That is why we are not just dragging random files into OpenIV and hoping everything works. So we are going to start the setup layer by layer. So without no wasting time, let's get there. All right, guys. So before we start, make sure you have a clean GTA folder. Everything is fresh. You haven't installed anything. It's the vanilla one where it came with the default files in there. And if you don't have a fresh installation, a fresh GTA 5, there's a way to clean your old file, whatever you have in there. So I did it for this purpose. I could have had a clean file to show you guys, but I'm going to show you guys. It's called GTA 5 mod remove tool. So you could get this on. I have in the description below. I have in the description that you could go to the GTA 5 mod and just download it. But this one will save you a lot of time if you don't have time to reinstall download the whole game again to get a fresh copy. You could use this just as long as you come in here and you go to settings, you find where your game location is. So mine, this case, this is mine is on legacy. Mine is on enhanced. So we're going to change it to going to change it to legacy. Legacy quick. I have my legacy stored on drive D. So we're going to go to that. We're going to go to drive D. We're going to go to Steam. Wherever you find your game, just find it there. This is pretty easy to use. Click on your GTA 5 and click OK. It's just going to refresh, and everything that you have installed on it that doesn't belong in the game is going to show up here. And all you're going to do is just delete all files and from folder. It's just simple and easy. All right. So when you delete it, now you have a fresh, clean GTA. Also, is you could also, what you could also do is you could go to properties, go to install file and make sure you verify the integrity of the game. So that, I mean, if any file is missing, it's going to be there. So now that one is done, all you're going to do is just boot the game once and just drive around for like a few minutes just to make sure that everything is working really good, which it should, but you never know. So you just make sure that you boot it up, and this is it. So before you guys saw me with the let me just change it to, how do I even change to daylight? Alrighty, let's put I took off the display just to show you guys, but I'm going to put it back on. Just going to drive around. Now you see no trees anywhere. You do see the trees, but it's not heavily vegetated like you saw in the intro of the video. But we're just going to get it there. It's just simple, easy. All right, so it seems everything is working really well. No issues. All right, so you could just save here. You guys saw that I had a real vegetation, a real traffic in the game, right, with actual vehicle brands. Yeah, so now this is back to the vanilla brands in the game, and we're going to change everything that in there. Okay, so now let's quit the game, and this order is very important. All right, so now let's minimize this, and there we go. So you're going to need Open 4 or Open IV, because that's what we're going to use for most of our installing. As soon as you have it open, you have it installed. It's pretty easy to do. You're just going to go to Tools, and you're going to go to ASI Manager. You're going to install ASI Loader open4.asi, and the third option, which is the last one, which is open camera. You can install it or not if you don't want to. It's optional, but this tool is a must that you have to install. So to create a mod folder for you here. This is our root folder for the where our GTA 5 legacy is installed. You're just going to install this, and now we're good to go. It will create a mod folder, but you're not going to see here until you scroll down. And it's going to be here, right? So you're just going to right click, you're going to refresh this, and it's going to be here. So now that we have these, we're going to start with our script. So the script that we're going to be using is script hook.v. We definitely need that one. We're going to be using script hook.net. We're also going to use that one. Simple trainer, of course, hip adjuster, path file adjuster, pack limit file adjuster. We're going to be using resource adjuster. We're going to use mail trainer. I use 2 trainers, actually 3. I use the QuantV one, which actually come with a default when you install QuantV. I also use simple trainer, then I also use manual. So I use 3, and they all works where it doesn't conflict with anything. So we're going to use Zulaki patch. We're going to use those one too. So all these scripts, the good thing is I have them all compiled in one in here. So everything that we're going to need is in here. So Modcade element adjuster, whether it's enhanced or not, I'll have everything in the description below. So it's just going to be easy for you to just copy it. You're just going to go to the website and download it. So yeah, so none of these mods we're going to be using are free. So if you're the guy free to play account, there's some that you could find on GTA mods that you could use. But if you want to use what I use, it's not going to be free. You're going to be a member. I'll have all the description to each patron's website that you could go and subscribe to be a member. I mean, if you don't want to be a member for so long, you could be a member for like a month, subscribe, download whatever you need, and always going to just going to cancel it. But remember, when a new update comes out, you're probably going to resubscribe again. So that is the issue with this. So if you think you're going to be good, you don't need more updates, and you want to stick to your old one, fine. All you have to do is just subscribe once, and you're just going to be able to get whatever you need and just cancel it. All right. So now we have all this patch here. So all we're going to do is we're just going to copy this. Just going to copy this and we're going to paste it in here. So now all our script is installed. But I did make an adjustment. Let's the hip adjuster, right? The hip adjuster is at 10,000. You could use 10,000. It works no problem. You could use 2,000. The game's QuantV tells you use 2,000, but I use 10,000. No issues. So yeah, I keep it like that. When it comes to mod kit limit adjuster, so let me show you what I'm using. I'm also using 10,000 and no problem. So you're going to right click this. You're going to open this, edit this, or just change the number. So you're going to have numbers. So you're going to change it. You're going to come down to save it, and that is it. You're good to go. Let me show you for pack file limit adjuster. We are using the enhanced one. I'm just going to right click this, open it, and we are using 16,450. And like I said, I've used it with no issues. With resource adjuster, you're going to open it. Resource adjuster, we're using 12K, and it's also working. You could bring it down to depend on your specs. You could bring it down to 4,000, 4,800, 5,000, 6,000. It still works. But mine is at 12K, and it's still working really, really good for me. All right, so that is it that we have for the script. So now, before we start anything, we could start with there's a reason why you have to. People will tell you install reshade at the end. Yeah, that's true. But because of what I'm using, I'm always going to install reshade. What is it? Where's my reshade at? Where's my reshade at? Okay. So you're just going to install reshade. So everything is going to be in the description. The link. So we have the 6.8.0. So we're going to be opening this. This is make sure you find where your GTA 5 legacies. This is for enhance. So you're just going to go to D. We have it on drive D, Steam, common, GTA. Click on GTA 5.exe and open this. I'm gonna click next, DirectX. You're gonna uncheck this and you're gonna check this. Don't add your reset or preset to it yet. Don't add it yet. You just let it do its thing. Alrighty. So now that you have this installed, you could go ahead and just launch the game. Because if any script is not really working or is not supposed to be there, it will force the game to crash. So that you know that everything is working. Alrighty, now we are in the game. And the first thing I want to do is I need to change time to noon. Yeah, so look at how the game looks now. So the vehicle just spawned here. So this is how the game looks now, where there's nothing, the original GTA 5. And we're going to change all these. We're going to change everything in there. So now, let's just go a little bit up. You could drive around for like a few minutes just to make sure that everything is working, where you don't have no crashes, nothing like that. Because I don't have game config installed, so it will be a little bit, you know. I mean, but it has a default game config. So now that we're here, alrighty. So this is a good spot to save. All right, we're gonna keep this one because we're gonna need game config later when we're done. So now let me tell you guys this. There's two traffic mod. There's two traffic mod that we're gonna use. We could use, or I do use, but I do like the 5 road traffics. I feel like the vehicles it has its own custom sound, so the vehicle sounds better to me. I also use central traffic um mod. But for this purpose, the reason why we're going to use 5 rail is also with the central traffic mod, it has a taxi issue where the taxis lights are so bright, even if when you install the fix, it still doesn't fix it. So that is why even when you go into the settings just to move the lights around, the light settings just to tweak a little bit, it still doesn't work. So that is why I took a break from it, and 5 rail is the deal to use in here. So 5 rail traffic, the 5 rail is so sensitive that you need to install the 5 rail traffic before you install any mod in the game. Because if you do not do that, when you load up the game will get to the menu and it will not even load up into the main game. So it will be in the menu, just spinning. We'll just go to freeze in there when you get to the menu. So that is why we're going to use that's why we're going to install 5 road traffic first before you install anything else. So I do have the July and the August update. I don't think the difference they did between these two. If you do have the July, I highly say you should keep it, because what they did was just change the vegetation a little bit, and they just changed the trees to palm trees across the whole cities. So that's the major thing that they did, which is really really stands out. And so we're just going to be using the August update, right? So you're going to go to the main files, and to get a 5 road traffic, you need to install part 12, part 13, 14, 15, 16, and 22. That is what you need to install. But when you read his own, right? When you read, he has an instruction here, the README. It tells you you can now only install traffic related files without the rest of the content, right? And to do that, you have to install part 12 to part 15. But when you install only those parts, you don't get the other vehicles, and it doesn't show up, because when you look at the DLC files, you have road traffic from 1 to 6. But if you don't install the 16 and the 22, you only get a road traffic 1 to 5. So that is why you need to install the 16 and 22. So now we're just going to go to the main menu, and we're going to start installing. We're going to start with part 12, and this is easy. It doesn't take that long. Alrighty, part 12 is already done. Let's go to 13. Part 14, we just have 3 more files to install. So it's going really really fast. I don't know. It might depend on your PC. Because if your PC is slow, it might take some time to get it done. But so far, I think we just install it on just a normal speed here. So part 14 is done. We do 16. I like how now he made it an option where you could only get the traffic if you don't want the whole file rail. Because honestly, from file rail, I only want the traffics. But firewall is great, and I've shown you on videos how to do it. But there's a lot that you have to do. That you have to change a lot of settings for the game not to be crashing, and that is the only issue when it comes down to firewall that I hate. But besides that, it changes the whole of LA to something completely different, and it makes me like it because the overhaul is completely different. And we have last one to do. It's part 22. So when you are installing anything that has the vehicle on it, it should be it clearly says it makes sense to say that is the vehicle mods. So there's another one that I've seen that I don't know yet. I have to play around with it. I think it's part 19. Let's see. No, it's not part 19. Is it 20? So this one do have the vehicle in it, but it also show like mountains and all those things. I don't know if that is a vehicle mod or not, but even if we don't install that, so now that we're done with everything, we could go ahead and close this. Um, all right, so now I'm gonna show you when you go to mods, go to update, X64 DLC pack. So now you have all the 6 traffics. So road traffic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which means everything is installed, right? Okay. So now that we're done with this, we need to install game config. So to get into game config, to where you can find it, go to mod, go to update dot rpf. You go to common, go to data, and it should be in here. So it has a default 5-row game config here, but we're going to use game config verse 37. I'll have in the link in the description. You're going to come here, you're going to come to for more mods. So I usually use is between the stock traffic means the base game, or I use 0.5 traffic and 0.5 pet. So that's what we're going to use. So just going to you could just drag it there, or you're just going to highlight it and just going to come in here. And now it's changed. So now you have game config installed. So you could go ahead and close this. Alrighty. So now we're going to boot the game, and it's going to boot it there to see if the vehicles have changed, which it should. And I'll see you guys in the game. All right, we are in the game, and the first you could see is we are in our Lamborghini. So we're just going to drive around to find more vehicles. So this is the Infinity. This is Chrysler. The one just by that's the Porsche right there. This is a Rolls Royce. Another Infinity. And we have the Penske truck. We have the Chevy. Oh, not the Chevy, Silverado. I don't oh, my voice is really bad. I'm still sick, so we do have whoa, I only see right Rolls Royce. Well, it depends the time of the day that the vehicle spawn. So we have the taxis. Which one is this? Maserati, Escalade. Also, you could use your simple train to bring your simple train and just press F3 and just go to vehicle spawns. Going to go to added vehicles menu, and these are all the vehicles that have been added into the game. So if you want to use Bugatti, with the 5-rail traffic, I mean, you could keep the default vehicles like the 5-rail traffic vehicles are pretty good. But if you want Go ahead and add your own vehicles to it. That's fine. So if you want to use the Lamborghini, you want to use the Bugatti, we could just go ahead and switch to the Bugatti. And it did work. It does work. Another Porsche. Why am I seeing only this vehicle spawning? Infinity, Porsche. Maybe the time of the day. So depending on the time of the day, you might have different vehicles spawning. So don't think it didn't work. It did work. When we boot up the game again, you're gonna see different vehicles spawning too. So don't be worried about it. Let's see the time. No. Where the wow, where is even the clouds? Wait, I'm trying to drive around to see another brand that we could find. Okay, this one looks like the Audi. Yeah, so we do find so okay. Also, it depends on the location you go. Some location have different vehicle that spawns there. Yeah, you should see vehicles parked here. We have a BMW there. So yeah, you guys get it, and yeah, it's working. So let's go ahead and move to the next one. All right, so now we're going to start with the traffic, our graphics mod, and we're going to start with QuantV. So QuantV is what we're going to be using. We're going to this is the latest one. So you're going to go ahead and install part one first. We're going to install all the graphics mod first, then we launch the game. The reason why I install Reshade before installing QuantV is because when you install the QuantV before the Reshade, you don't get all the files, and you have to go back and install Reshade. And sometimes when you do that, you do lose the screen rain effect when it's raining and you are driving. The only way to fix it, you have to come back again and install QuantV part two. That's the way to fix it. So now it's better I go ahead and just install like that. So we're just going to install part two. So the part two is basically the reshade. So if your reshade is messing up and everything else working, you're just going to come back here. You're just going to install part two, and it should be able to fix that. So we're just going to let it finish doing what it has to do. All right, so this is done. And now we're going to go to the option, the QuantV optional. The only thing we really need, you could add blizzards, weather with snow, clearing with rain. So we're gonna install that one too. Now we're gonna come back and install one last one. That's the vehicle reduce skate mark at low speed. So we're gonna install that one. Also, you could go ahead and install long distance draw and reflection. It kind of it takes away some of the reflection away, but it helps you so that long distance things could be viewed. Not when you get closer. So this might drop your performance a little bit, but you should be fine. Alrighty, so now QuantV is done. And the next visual that we're going to be using is NVE. And so NVE is going to already have extracted. We're going to use it only part one. So to get what we need from part one, just going to right click this, you're gonna go to open with WinRAR, or if you have a 7-zip, or you go to use it, it's gonna open it up. Just gonna open. Now this will pop up. Gonna open content. Gonna go to mods, and the only thing that we only need 5 things, right? So we need this one. We need color. We need gas. We need light. We need vegetation. Let me get my notes right. Notepad. Okay. So all we need is so we don't need colors. We need light. We need vegetation. So all we need is 5 parts from here. You could add the vehicles, but as soon as you add the vehicles, 5 row vehicles are going to disappear. So you could add that. You could also add yeah, you could also add other stuff to it, but this is the one that we're going to stick to. So as soon as you have this thing all highlighted, just going to go to mod, going to go to update, going to go to x64 DLC pack, and simple. Just going to drag all these and put in here. Okay, so we have here. Then I also have you could make a DLC. You could make a to add this to the DLC list. You're gonna go to update. You're gonna go to mod GTA mod again. You're gonna go to update RPF common data. Then you're gonna come here. You're gonna right click on the DLC list, edit it, and already you're just gonna copy it. Just copy what I have on the screen. Just gonna copy this, and you're just gonna come in here, highlight these, tap it. I like using shortcut a lot on the controller on the keyboard, so that's why you didn't see me doing it. But it's Control C just to copy everything. I mean, it still works, just that I just like to align it up really well. You're gonna hit save. Let's move this a little bit up, and we're good to go. All right, so now we're gonna close this. We're gonna close. The next one we're gonna get from is gonna be in Chromatics X. Gonna go to open it up. The latest one, go to the optional. What we need from here is extreme. We just need a few things from here. We need extreme puddles. We also going to need realistic vegetation, so that it makes the vegetation or trees, grass, whatever, look so real. And we're done here. So we could also use cleaner lights. White street light. We're going to use you could do extreme reflection and all those. Also, I like to keep my GTA. One thing I we didn't install in NVE. I like to keep my GTA really the street clean. So we're going to do trash modifier. We're going to remove all trash. Every trash in the game is going to be removed to make the game look cleaner. All right, so now we've finally, like we said, officially we're done with MVE. So the next one we're gonna go is Beyond, Realism Beyond, 3.0. We only need a file from here, optional file. We're gonna go to rain reflection. We're gonna use realistic rain reflection. So that is what I use. Let's see. Oh, so if you don't have if you don't want to pay for the traffic, which is either 5 rail traffic or central traffic, there's something called Forever Mod, right? You could just go to you're going to download it. You're gonna go to the website. They have a free. They have their own cast added to the game, so it should be in the update 64 DLC file. It's going to be their cast update. So you could just drag this and put in your DLC file and go to the DLC list and edit it and add this to it. And that's it. It's gonna let you use their own vehicles. But I like the 5 rail or the central traffic. But like I said, if central traffic, if the next update comes and they do have the taxi light not being so bright, then we're just gonna go back and do it. So now we're done with everything from here. So we're just gonna close this. We're getting close. We're going to launch the game. Alrighty, we're back, and now you see a lot has changed around. The 5 rail is working. I said 5 rail. QuantV is working. Everything is added to it. We haven't added the vegetation, so don't worry about the vegetation. Let's change weather to clear, time to I like to play around this place. Oh, there's one last thing I didn't install. We go back and install. That's the city light. To late so that at night you're gonna see the lights making the street more brighter. So when you go to overcast, I like overcast. Sometimes I like to play in neutral. That's neutral here. And when you want rain, see the screen effect. I like this a lot. So you see, all this place has no vegetation because we have not installed it yet. So let's go to night and see. It's probably going to be dark at night because we don't have light. We don't have enough street lights. So we need to install that. There's so many ways to get street light, but I'm going to use the NVE street light. The street light, that's what we're going to be using. Let's change it back to daylight. I like the fact that when you do clearing for the weather, still have like a little rain droplet. That's really makes it really nice. So we got another vehicle spawn, Audi. So yeah, so they are spawning now. So the trash remover. So when you drive around, all trash is supposed to be removed now. You don't see any trash anywhere. Don't do this. Don't drive here, okay? I thought it was a road for a minute, and I realized that no, it's not. So don't do what I'm doing, especially at this point. And so far, we have a good FPS right now. Let's check our FPS. We getting 120. I think 120 is 119 is average. So it's pretty. I mean, it demands a lot of GPU though. It's going to eat your GPU a lot, your memory. So if you don't want that issue, then NVE is your best because NVE is more beneficial in terms of like it's more low end, middle end, PC. So it helps. It doesn't drop performance, and it still gives you the best. But with QuantV, it's going to eat a lot from you. Alrighty. So now let's go ahead and close this. All right. So let me install. Let's go here. Let me install the city lights before we go. Where is it at? Where is it at? Nakadai. Yeah, white street lights. Alrighty, so it's done. We'll launch it later. Now let's go back. So this is the environment, the trees, the vegetation that we're going to be adding. So the main ones we're going to be tackling is LWE. This is Lovely World Expansion of V Remastered, and we're going to use San Andreas Forest and GTA 5 pounds. That's what we're going to use. Because when you use LA Vegetation, LA Vegetation is almost similar to V Remaster, and V Remaster gives you more, in my opinion. So we're not going to be using this. You could combine them and see if it's going to work for you, but you might have trees, the same trees popping up in the same place, and it looks a little bit funny. So that's why you could use both of them, but I always recommend that you use either one of them, either this or that one. So let's start with LWE. We're going to go to dense high dense vegetation. We're going to start with high mountains, city parks. Okay. Doesn't really matter, but I like to arrange it by names. So we're going to install all vegetations before we go in there. I do have mansions in the game, but I'm not going to be showing it in this video. But yeah, I do have a huge mansion. And on the next video, I'm gonna make a video showing a walkthrough on my mountain, the mansion. So now we still have 3 more to install. The reason why people are still playing legacy over enhancers, because with legacy you could do almost everything. You could add almost everything that you want into the game. But with enhance is a little bit sensitive. I don't know why they made it out. Either they made it that way, the mod makers just decided to give up on enhance completely. Because if enhance was easily modded just like legacy, man, the things that enhance would have been able to do, because it has a better lighting than anything else, so it would have just made it pop out a lot. Okay, so now we're done with this. We're waiting for it to finish loading, installing, and the next one is the V Vegetation. We're going to go to the legacy one, and we're going to install. This one only has one file, so it's just pretty easy. And we're almost there. I know this is going to be a long video, but I'm just showing you everything that I use in the game, and that makes playing this game still really fun to me. So we're done with this one. We're going to go to San Andreas Forest, Legacy one. We're going to install the north and the south. What I like with automatic OIV install is they are already add to your DLC list. It makes it so easy. You don't have to go in there to edit it just to put in there. I'm still recovering from a sore throat, so sometimes I do have mucus in my throat that I have to get it out. So if you hear me just making that sound, I do apologize. But yeah, your man is not really feeling well, and I still have to make videos for you lovely people. All right, so now the last one is, and you have to install it manually. So we're just gonna go to mods, update, x64, DLC. Oh, we're getting more DLC in here. Just gonna drag it and put in here. You're just gonna open the README, and you're just gonna copy this. I don't really need this anymore. And just gonna go to update RPF. should be in common. Find where your game config is. Just edit your DLC list. Gonna come down and just gonna add this to this. Now you should be good to go. Alrighty, come back here and now let's launch the game. Alrighty, we're finally in the game and let's just see a lot has changed now. Before initially there was no vegetation here. Now look at it. They added the palm trees. I recently went to LA and I even took pictures. It just looked exactly like this. Palm trees around LA is just marvelous. All right, so we have all the flowers. Oh man, this is beautiful. I don't know, for some reason these vehicles are always here. So you see now we have more trees. You don't see just the bare mountain. We have forest there. That is because of the San Andreas forest. So my favorite part when I drive around this place is just the palm trees here. Whoa. Yeah, this place, see how the palm trees are? It is amazing. It looks like it's about to fall, but no, it's just amazing like that. Let's just drive around. We're going to change some of the textures around. The Life Invader, we're going to change this to something different. Some of you might like it, some of you will not like it, but yeah, so just keep an eye for the Life Invader when we come back into the game next. Alrighty, so let's save this and let's get back continuing. Okay, so the next one is going to use environmental, right? So like I said, we're going to change the environment to give it like this. So to use that, we're going to use central real life environments. I'm going to change the texture. So that's what we're going to be installing. And now we're going to go back in here. Also dynamic color. So let me show you. So dynamic colors change the cars when your traffic, they give it a different color. Sometimes it adds varieties of colors into the game. Um, you don't see much of a difference, but you could still add it. That will change it a little bit. So some of the cars, instead of all being dark colors, it's just gonna be maybe you might have red, you might have green, you might have blue. So just going to drag this and just put this in your root folder. Nothing else. That's where they go. And we're almost done here. So next is going to be, we're going to be installing our roads, right? And we're going to use the LA roads 2.0. That's what we're going to be using. Sometimes I like to use the vanilla road because this one is a little bit too pale. But you could always lower your lighting in the game just to make it a little bit darker. Also, it depends on your reshade that you're using, your preset or reshade. Let's put it that way. So that one is done. And I believe there's one more to do before we install our presets. That is the HUD. We're going to use a simple HUD. I love this one so much. So just going to copy it, just going to download it, extract it. Just going to come here, just copy this. So we're going to start with the GTA 5. This one goes into a GTA 5 root folder. just scripts. You're gonna copy this and you're gonna put it here. And we're gonna use the pop. So this is what will give you that. It's gonna give you that satellite look. You could also use 501 if you want to, but this one actually tells you which street you are on. And when you make a 10, the street are going to change. It's going to tell it has postal code. So this is pretty good. I like it. I'm going to install part 2. Whoever made it, shout out to you. We're going to install the postal map, and it also has every area has like a code that when you get to, it'll tell you the way you are exactly. That is going to show. I'll show you when we are in this we are in the game. Just subtitle fix. So all these mods, I highly recommend you to use them after you're done with the game, the whole storyline. Sometimes the storyline, when you have certain mods on it, it kind of doesn't, the game crashes, it doesn't let it go how it's supposed to be. So just make sure that you finish the story before you do it. All right, so now we're done with I believe we're done with everything. House, controller, lights. So yeah, we're done with the lights. We're done with trash remover. So if you want to change your controller buttons to on the PS5, you could do that. It's easily. But I'm not going to show you in this video. Oh, so we have to install our preset. So the preset are actually used different ones, a lot of them. So the first one we're going to use, I do use is the I'll show you the link on where to go. Then we're going to use the preset shader 3.3. You could get this from Tactical. So you're going to drag this and put this in your GT or your root folder. I use of version 5. This. Just going to copy this. You're not allowed to use a lot of preset. Be careful, you might have an issues. But I just use one at a time. So that's why I don't copy the reshade shaders. I don't copy them. I will copy the script. And there's one more that I need to install. And all these, you have to make a lot of changes to them. And one of my favorite is is it a 501? No, it's this smart reshade. That's the 5-row reshade. It's called a cinematic ray tracing. So that is it right here. And I believe we're done with everything. So let's go back. Let me go back into the script. I'm going to change it to the base, the game config. I want to see if we spawn more vehicles. So we're going to go to our DLC list. Come back one more time. All right, there we go. So game config. Let me drag this on top of it. Here we go. All right, so let's go. Let's launch the game. And I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so we back in the game, and now you see the Life Invader has changed to Facebook. Oh, I'm about to change the preset. So let's go here. When you come up here to so you see this is the map, the satellite map where it tells you wherever you are, location. Let's go up here. So a lot of textures have changed. You're going to have the Starbucks here. Boys. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Prime show, The Boys. I mean, it changed most of the textures, you know. When you turn around, they do have the iPhone. Where did they have the iPhone? Unless it changes. I know there's iPhone. Oh, it probably changes with time. Oh, nice, right here. And the billboard, they do have an iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's right here. This is it right there. So this environmental texture is also really good. I like it. Let's drive around the city. Let's go to the main building downtown. I said that's the downtown LA. Okay, so let's try the preset. So I'm gonna show you all the preset that I just installed and what I use and my favorite ones. So so you're gonna go to home. I'm about to change it right now. To bring out your the preset thing. You're gonna go to settings. I'm gonna use delete. And because if you do that, if you use home, this one's also going to pop up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come back to delete. And the first one I'm going to show you is this one. The 5-row ray tracing cinematic one. I like it a lot. Just let it do it and let it load. All right, so there we go. So you usually have 3 Lightroom, DEL, C sharpen, MXAO, and I like to add tone map. I like to add vibrant, and I like to add clarity too. And that is it. You could take out the sharpener if you don't want it, you know, but it adds a little bit flavor to it too. So we're just gonna go ahead and drive around. Let's change the time. Let's see what we have here. Weather, sunny, clouds. QuantV is so good, guys. QuantV is so good. So you see all the palm trees, and this is how LA looks like. So it's not like they decided to add it. This is how it looks like. I think that is their NFL team. I'm not really into NFL like that, so I don't really know the teams. I do know like 1 or 2 teams, but that's about it. So this is their downtown, their financial area. If this is New York, it's going to be like Wall Street. It's going to be there's the Amazon track right there, fresh. So initially, all this place would have been filled with trash. This is the homeless area. Let me guys show you. You see the reflection? You could add more extreme reflection to it if you want to. So this place used to have more homeless people lying here with trash all over this place. Yeah, this place. I remove all the trash to make the city clean. We're gonna go to Franklin's area. And if you're not really a GTA fan guy, you don't even recognize it. They do have 1 or 2 trash here, but that's about it. Let's switch to another reshade. The next one I like to use is the 3.3 one. It's going to be too bright, too colorful. So I have to change a few things. We're going to take out this. We're going to take out that. We're going to take out bloom. You don't have to use everything in there. Fake HDR. Yeah, you could take out live gain and all those fill gain, curves. You take this out, then you could go ahead and add your. I like to add this to it. Immense one. You could add an immense one to it, or you could add this one to it. You see how, look on the side, how the grass has some shadows. So this one is really good. And I'll clear, clarity. And that is it. So this is a little bit too colorful. So if it's not really your style, you could go with a 5-row cinematic ray tracing one. To me, it's more, you know, clear. Let's switch to night. Okay, so now this is when you see the street lights are out. Now there's more street light around. So you see, look at the map. So wherever you get, it changes the street you are on it. So Atley Street, we are on San Andreas Avenue. So this is underground. So that is what makes me like this a lot. Wow, look at the moon rider. This is beautiful. The last one I also like to use is the 5.21. I mean, it's more chilled, the closest. So just play around with them and just see which one you like. Quick HDR, colorfulness, sharpen. I'll take this off. Adaptive sharpen is off. And let's change it to day and see. Let's change it to day and see the time. Let's see. It's too shiny though. It's too bright. So let's do this. And time, clear, clouds. Yeah, so this one too is very, very beautiful. Do I have let me hit the police quick. Now let's stop. So all these places have vegetations now, and it makes the games look so beautiful. Very, very, very different. Let's go to overcast. I like neutral too. I like overcast. Yeah, that LA Rose is really, really good if you want to use, but also it's not free, so just have that one in mind. Oh, this vehicle is flying. This is so far my favorite part of the street. Let's take off display, and let's just drive around. Alrighty, guys. So this is how I play my GTA in 2026. I do have script mods for, like, let's say Project Santo, Los Santos Red, that I use. I'm going to show you how to I install those ones to add it to my gameplay, just to make, you know, to have some certain thing going on to make the game not boring, because after you finish the storyline there's nothing to do, or if you're done with also the side quest, so everything is done. So we add that, but I just like to come in here, just drive around to see how beautiful the place is. And before we go, let me switch back to my beautiful default one. There we go. Gonna switch to 12 house. Bye. So if you have any questions, leave in the description below. I know this is a long video about showing you guys the sense, everything that I use in this combiner. We do have other few things that have gain related that I'm gonna try it out. I've played with it a little bit to have gain areas and all those things, realistic driving, and all. We do have all those scripts, but those ones is for, you know. But this one I just show you guys is more beginners friendly in a way where it's pretty easy to install. It's not a little bit complex. So let me know what you think about the video. Leave a thumbs up, and just comment. Just let me know what you use as a graphic mod, and your reshade and everything like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. I do stream live too, so come check me out and take it easy, and bye bye.